Good morning, ni hao, welcome to another edition of Tai Luntan, the online video blog discussion forum of the Thai Initiative, in which we examine issues relevant to our identity as Americans and Chinese in this large, complex, and fascinating relationship between China and America. I'm your host, Carson Tavener, and today we have with us Swallow Yan, Executive Director of the Chinese Association of Iowa and founder of U.S. Education Without Borders. Swallow has been a major influence on China-America relations events in Iowa, most notably the ongoing relationship with Chinese President Xi Jinping for nearly 2 decades. He's been in America for 25 years. He's also blessed our Denver conference in 2014 in many ways with his attendance. Swallow, it's great to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we have Jerry Xu, president of the Detroit Chinese Business Association. Now, Jerry and I met during his 2015 New Year's Gala, where I had the privilege of seeing up close the amazing array of business connections and community support which he and many state and city leaders have generated for Michigan and for Detroit specifically. Jerry's a relative newcomer to the Thai Initiative, first time to be on Tai Luntan. In fact, both of these gentlemen, first time to be on Tai Luntan, and we look forward to a growing relationship. Jerry, welcome.
Thank you, Carson. Obviously, it's a great honor to be here to enjoy this discussion with everybody. I want to give everyone a quick introduction about our area, about the Chinese community in the Greater Detroit area. Given the nature of our industry, which is automotive, heavily automotive, we're heavily engineered, but related to automotive. So engineer professionals oftentimes are very well educated, like a PhD, master, and a lot of them a bachelor as well. So they come from all over, come here for job, for opportunity to grow their career, to contribute to our society. Oftentimes they come from China, and if you ask them the school, they graduate from China. A lot of them have to be Tsinghua University, Fudan University, all the top level university from China as well. But that's again, those are very well educated as an education level. And we here have a lot of major auto business OEMs like General Motors, Ford, Chrysler, and oftentimes we have big suppliers. If you look at the top 100 automotive suppliers, 64 have either R&D or major facility in this area. A lot of them hired a lot of Chinese engineers. So those engineers here, they manage they're enjoying the lifestyle of American lifestyle, decent house, kids go to good school, and vacation. There's major Chinese community group here, but also we have a second largest group, probably the service provider group. They work for either the major accounting firms or law firms, and insurance companies. Also, we have old school business style that restaurant. They go grocery. They have a laundry cleaning, and plus we have a potential group which are students. So Michigan has the largest cluster of school that's in this area, like Michigan University, University of Michigan, Michigan State, Wayne State University, Georgia Tech, a lot of them. The students, they come from China. They, a lot of them are looking forward to grow here. And plus, they spend either average 5 years around here, so they are big group of Chinese community as well. So as community citizens, we're organic fiber of our community. So that we work, we do business, we pay taxes, we make a living, and we raise family, and we take care of the kids. Plus, we on the other side, we do a lot of community things as well. Like the engineering group, they do seminars to promote certain technology. As DCBA, we promote a lot of business connections. So as a community citizen. So first of all,
Jerry, just a moment. With those introductory, thank you very much. Let's give Swallow. Let's go over to Swallow and have him talk a little bit about what's been happening then in Iowa. Then we'll get into some of our questions. We can have a discussion back and forth. And also, I'd ask you gentlemen, please, to go up and mute your microphones when you're not otherwise talking, because we're getting a lot of background noise. Thank you very much. Swallow, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Iowa situation, and then ask a question of Jerry so we can get our discussion going.
I want to share with our situation here that Iowa is not a big Chinese community. It's not as diverse as New York City, Chicago, or even Detroit. Most of Iowa immigration of China are professional or students. There are few percentage of restaurant workers and business people and blue collar people. So that about 80–90% of either professionals or students. So we have about 10,000 Chinese people in state of Iowa. About 90% are not residents of permanent or citizens. So most are students or visiting scholars. So that means that they work for the state government and insurance companies, agricultural, high-tech, and campus students. So that's our population distribution. So it's the Chinese Southern Iowa has been here 29 years. Next year we're celebrating 3 decades of the achievements, but we do not have a lot of resources for fundraising and financial support. But as I said in previous talk, that I'm concentrating on a lot of non-Chinese communities participation of Chinese associations, so that we can bring more diverse members of people to Chinese association in Iowa. So here I think that I want to discuss with Jerry about the situation. I went to Detroit a couple of times, and the strong hold of community diverse members make Detroit community of Chinese immigrants very strong.
That's great. Thank you very much, Swallow. I appreciate that. Now, Jerry, I know that you had some other comments you wanted to prepare and to share with us, and I'd like in particular, as we were doing with our introduction, to bring into here some reflection or ideas about what it is that's going particularly well in how Chinese are integrating in America, and also some of the challenges about what's keeping people from going forward. Like Swallow said, it's been 3 decades of hard work and achievement. So what do you see there in your area? Of course, you have your comments that you'd like to make here. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, the Chinese community here in Detroit metropolitan area is quite successful, given the the scale, the quality, the education level, the work, the hard work they have contributed to society. I would say most of them, they're middle class in terms of revenue, in terms of the job and the social status. They have contributed a lot to the automotive. For example, the General Motors. Just imagine a General Motors without the Chinese engineers. That would be, I can't imagine. Without engineers, Chinese engineers help to the American brand, General Motors brand, like Caddy, like Buick. Probably they won't enjoy the success they're enjoying here right now in America and also in China. So same case to Ford. They have relying on Chinese engineers to promote their brand, to engineer their their cars. So with that being said, definitely the contribution from the Chinese community to the major industry, to locals, is very, very critical. However, there's always saying there's a glass ceiling, especially there's a scream about the women rights. There's scream about African American rights. All kind of groups they have their political activity to get their right. In the meantime, not many probably really underestimate need from the Chinese community, given the contribution level they have sacrificed to the society. They still suffer a lot of glass ceiling syndrome, I would say.
Yeah, I can totally imagine. And what you're saying is that this glass ceiling is impacted for other people breaking through by political action, but activism has not been a process that has been occurring very much within the Asian American community for a variety of reasons. Correct?
That's very correct. First of all, I would say the Chinese community tends to stay quiet, always regarded as good citizen, hard work, and don't complain, which is good. Nothing wrong with that. However, in the meantime, I would say we need a voice that stand up to the mainstream to let people realize China is not only a wallflower, but they also need to be more involved with the society. There's from both sides. So that's something I would, if I may, suggest. From Chinese community, we need to step up and tell them and tell everybody that we have done this and we enjoy to be more involved. In the meantime, the mainstream need to realize and value and contribute the Chinese community has done for our society. So I would say that's both sides need to work together.
That's really
I
important.
agree with Jerry that I would like to share my comments about
Yes.
Jerry. I agree with Jerry about the glass ceiling and the challenges and difficulties and dilemmas of Asian American communities. Chinese community is kind of unique with the mainstream because we have been here many years ago, and we have a very successful private life, but we failed public life. We have a very good family, house, cars, business, retirement plan, successful children of Ivy League colleges, but we have not make as much as we should contribution to public. For example,
That's very powerful. Why do you feel that's powerful? Why do you personally feel that it's important to do so, Swallow? That's really powerful what you just said.
I'm when I have an interview with Chinese Central TV during my 20th anniversary of coming to America, I talk about 6 hours, and they make that into 20 minutes as a TV series of interview overseas Chinese. They said, "Many your talking cannot be broadcasted." I said, I certainly agree with you because that I'm criticizing a lot of community common philosophy that when you have Chinese Sichuan Wenchuan earthquake, many of Chinese immigrants here mobilize to support the home countries to make big efforts to show our sympathy and support. But when we have another earthquake from Haiti, another small country in Latin America, Chinese people here doesn't make any move. So that means we care ourselves. We care our own home country. We care our own close circle, but we do not show any sympathy to our neighbors, to our neighboring communities. This gives a very
Powerful. That's very powerful to hear from you.
this is very hurting our reputation.
And don't you think that has something to do, and Jerry, maybe you'd like to comment on this, don't you think that maybe that has something to do with why on the international sphere there is concern from other countries about the PRC? Do you think that that has any relevance to this, or am I just mistaken?
I definitely think there's half an influence as we see, as we all come from, people of China. So oftentimes not everybody, but some of them, they regard us as foreigners. But I'm proud of American citizen. So I see myself not only come from China, but I'm proud of American citizen. We happen to have Chinese background. However, a lot of people, maybe given what Swallow just said, they don't see us as that way. I don't encourage you all to complain, but I would say start from myself. Do something that change people's perception toward our community. For example, DCBA has done a lot of philanthropic events, not target only Chinese community, but also every community. Like we raise funds for the Detroit Public School to help those kids who really need. We raise funds for the young women youth entrepreneurship organization to help the young women to start up their business. We help raise funds also for the Chinese weekend school as well. So we're diversify our help, not only a certain group, but everybody in our community, to show our support, to show our passion, to show our love for everyone in the greater Detroit metropolitan area. That's what we do, given what Swallow just said.
Jerry.
So thank you. Again, you have been our New Year Gala. I mean, our New Year Gala is not a gala that's only for Chinese. Our New Year Gala, I've been 70% non-Chinese. It's a community thing. The Chinese culture is a big, beautiful part. If I call American beautiful garden, the Chinese culture is one beautiful flower in that garden. So I want that flower shine, not just their flower, but shine with everybody. That's my philosophy.
Thanks so much. Swallow. I fear we may have interrupted what you were trying to say originally. Go right ahead.
Sorry, say it again.
I just fear that maybe we interrupted what you were saying when you make these great comments about the need to do something for someone other than yourself. You were headed somewhere with that.
I have noticed that there are many Chinese active community members participate the daily or weekly Chinese church and Chinese language schools and Chinese association. That's good. But as a U.S. citizen, as people who want to make this country great, we not only can work in our own circle, and a very obvious phenomenon is that in every city, and major cities like Detroit, Chicago, New York, California, there are many Chinese organizations. And some Chinese organizations, just a few people. And Chinese people are pretty good to be a competitor within our communities. And if Jerry Xu set up a business council, Swallow Yan will set up a business association. And we are not very good to unite together, but we are pretty good to compete each other. For example, if Carson set up a Chinese restaurant, I will set up another Chinese restaurant just across from his street to compete, so that we can lower our market price down, so that nobody will have business, so that we are too comfortable to compete our own self, but we are not able to be beyond our comfort zone. Our comfort zone are too small. For example, if you ask any Chinese people the question, the answer is mostly no. Because if you ask this question, say, in the last 10 years, how many times of you visit American families for dinner? Not just stop by to say hi. In the last 10 years, have you have a dinner with the American family in their home or in your home? I would like to say about 99% of people you ask is no. The reason is they are not comfortable to deal with any culture that they are not familiar with, or they do not want to make any efforts. And they trust their own success because they feel their success is on their own efforts. They don't believe community support. They don't believe the society resource make their success a big aid. So I would like to say that the Chinese people here are very highly educated. Doesn't mean they have enough knowledge, enough experience, enough ambitions, and enough support to non-Chinese communities. Many PhD students, many PhD candidates, and many PhDs are very successful in their profession, but I don't think is not comparable to the level of their civic engagement, community involvement, and help people who they are not familiar with. Chinese people are too good to help people they know. They have their own family, they have their friends, but they are not comfortable to help people who they don't know.
Jerry, comment?
With what Yan just said, I pretty much agree with what he said. If you call that stereotype, that's very many level is true, because a lot of people, you tend to stay in their comfort zone, is not willing to step out to reach out different group or different community. That's exactly what we're doing to counterpart that. Because the DCBA is actually, a lot of people think we're Chinese association, but I keep telling about it, everybody, this is not Chinese association. This is Chinese business association. That's why our 70% members are non-Chinese, and we have even those Chinese that also oftentimes work in the big firms. That's
Jerry, could you repeat the statistic again? It sounded like you said 70% of your members are not Chinese.
That's right. 70% of our members are non-Chinese. We are a Chinese Business Association. Given the member we're having, so oftentimes we do something that we not within our community. If you call that Chinese community, we do our events that integrate everybody that's interested or looking or already doing business with China or Chinese business. That's the nature of our organization. That's why we oftentimes involved very closely with our state government, with our county executives, government, with all the major firms, and with different communities like the Arabic communities, the African American communities, everybody. As long as we work together, we feel to create opportunities more and create more success. For example, given what Swallow Yan just said, opportunities, oftentimes the resources, oftentimes is diverse in different groups. If you create a synergy, you can enjoy more resources. That create more opportunity for you to be successful. That's why I see if we do more, like get everybody involved in the community, that's not only the success, not just by yourself. It's success come from the support of everyone of the community. So hopefully that's a compliment to what Mr. Yan just said.
I feel that the 75% of non-Chinese members in your association is a very big success, and the Chinese association here in Iowa can do about 30%. So I think your number is really inspiring and encouraging. For the Iowa situation, I feel that we have pretty unique results of Iowa caucus. That is the first state in the nation for the primary of presidential campaigns, and every 4 years, there's a 2-year span of every 4 years political campaign that all the candidates come to Iowa very, very often, and the candidates come to Iowa is not news. When they don't come, is the news. So that any people who come to Iowa is a pretty sensitive action that means either this person will run for president or he's supporting someone for the president. Like I have opportunity meeting with Gary Locke, the former ambassador to China. He came here in year 2007 to help Hillary Clinton for running for the Democratic candidate. There are so many opportunities, but the Chinese people here don't participate because of the comfort zone issue, and also they don't have any sensitive feel. They feel that there's no any money incentive. I called many Chinese community people to participate this one, and they have a zillions of reasons not come. The typical answer is that, I will have I need to go to grocery. Oh, I need to go to church, or I need to buy my clothes tonight. So, but if you told them that a younger will have 25% of discount tonight, so they have zillions reasons to cancel other activities, go to younger to get 25% of discount. So the Chinese people are economic animals. We concern our money too much. We concern our own saving too much. We are very nearsighted. We need leaders that to bring our community members out of our comfort zone. In the year 2012 Iowa caucus, Republican parties #1, Santorum #2, Romney just have 34 votes difference. 34 votes difference is only about 10 families. In Iowa, we have more than 10 families of Chinese communities. If we can just make 2 families, that will make very significant. So this year, we have strong support of community to Jeb Bush for his moderate policy of international relations, domestic issues, but we are very difficult to attract enough votes to make Jeb Bush to top candidacy because there's no money involved. When you say younger 25% off, or when you say Jeb Bush come here for ask your help, people will certainly select the first choice because Jeb Bush cannot bring in any money for them. So here I'm very disappointed.
So it's interesting you hear this, and of course it's real. We can laugh a little bit because of the reality behind any good humor. I just want to interject here, as accurate and as real as what you're sharing, wouldn't you say, though, that a lot of this really is human behavior? And one of the things that Thai Initiative wants to be able to address is when we talk about Chinese values or what Chinese people do, or American values and what American people do, we both have a lot of issues. We both have a lot of our troubles. I'd like to know whether or not what we're really talking about is being human, because it's obviously pretty human to just focus in on your money and get nearsighted and not think about other people. This isn't happening because people are Chinese, but I think there is possibly something in Chinese culture that makes these issues that are human more pronounced, or at least maybe there hasn't been something that's helped attract to other kinds of behavior. I know this is a deeper issue, and we're about to start closing up our show, so I don't want to go totally in that area, but do either of you have anything to share or reflect on as we do close up on what has been shared today as something that is not just Chinese? It really is a human issue about what we're dealing with. Selfishness and focus on greedy issues and not thinking about other people.
But I do want to comment on that. I just want to tell you a real story. Because Detroit, there's a lot of inter-flight from China to America, and there's LA, airport, LAX airport, Chicago airport, Seattle airport, and we have Detroit airport. And Detroit airport happens to be the busiest airport that connects Beijing and Shanghai to American continent. And we, as a Detroiter, we used to have a very bad reputation for really tough on the visitor from China, and not only from China, from Asia in general. So a lot of business persons were trying to attract for them to invest here. They were treated very brutally. And one gentleman get his pants strapped down, kind of insulting. That's really insulting to him. So the voice keep coming to us. We start talking to our account executive. We start talking to TSA, management group. We start talking to everybody, and we united. Group from Korea, the group from Arabic, all the groups that voiced out about this, way that trading international business person come into our area is not good for ourselves, for the Detroit metropolitan area. We continue to work on it. 1 meeting, 2 meeting, 3 meeting. Finally, there's a huge change. As long as I heard the change from the customers in Detroit airport. the way they treat
Well, that's a great anecdote. That's a great anecdote, and I think the key in there is what you pointed out about working with other people and reaching out to those who had a similar problem, saying, "Hey, let's work on this problem together." That's what I heard you say
It
there.
also said how important you know how to practice your political power through the right channel and a group together that combine the resources to work on that, make it happen. So hopefully that's one example. Given what Mr. Yan said, we should work together, not only just enjoy the family comfort, but also come out working with everyone in the community that do better to the community.
That's great. Now, Swally, we're going to end up because you got to go, and gentlemen, when we do close out here, just hold on a second. But Swally, you got to closing comments now because you have to get out of here. So we're going to wrap up.
I appreciate this opportunity and I want this forum to continue. And I feel that I would like to share the information that in September, Xu Haipei from the National Chinese American Councils will host the first United Chinese Community National Conference in Washington, D.C. This is the first effort for all the Chinese local community organizations to come together to talk about our common cause, our concerned issues, and our future. I feel that all the efforts are collective and should be ongoing, and we need more leaders like Xu Haipei, and I don't know if Jerry and Carson knows Haipei Xue, and the people like him make the Chinese community go further, go to future, and I feel that like glass ceiling, like discrimination, those kind of things are by both sides. It's American mainstream have a lot of policies and actions we certainly don't agree, and we should fight against it. But our own problem, we should also fix, and we need work from both sides. We need work from in to out. So we feel that there's so much things we need to do, but we are also proud that the achievements we have been doing in last 100 decades since the railway built up by the Chinese laborers last 2 centuries ago. We want to celebrate our heritage, but also we want to face our challenges. We feel that it's not an individual work, but it's a collective work. People like Carson, non-Chinese community people working together with Chinese community leaders are excellent direction so that we have more resources to make our mission possible, to make our future bright, and to make our comfort zone bigger.
I couldn't improve on those closing words. Jerry, you want to say anything before we stop?
The general name used to be the Seattle governor. He's a Chinese by ancestry. He was the ambassador of China. Larry Law something.
Gary Locke.
Gary Locke.
Yeah.
Gary Locke. What he said is they take 3 months from his ancestry to China to America, and take 3 generations from his house to the government house to the office. So basically, what he says, the Chinese community is developing, is evolving. I don't think Chinese community is different from other communities. It's part of American society, but we do have our own personality, given what kind of culture, what kind of background. So what I would say, come out and get everybody involved, work with everybody, and then make ourselves to continue involved with the whole society. Given what we are, what do we do, we are part of the beautiful picture, and I see the future is beautiful. That's how I see it.
That's wonderful. Now, I'm just going to close by saying that to the extent that today we were talking about the Midwest experience of Chinese Americans and integration and immigration in the country, I got to say there's been so much wonderful core content shared today that I think when people watch this show, they're going to be able to walk away from it understanding that there's a lot of unity in the United States of America, because there has clearly not been an extremely different perspective that you gentlemen have with where you are from the experience and the perspective that people have on the coasts. And I think that will help everyone to understand that we really are, regardless of our ethnic or national backgrounds, we really are in this together, and we got to work it out. And that's very much true at the individual level, at the subnational level, national level, and the civilizational level, like we'd like to teach here. So, gentlemen, just hold on a second, and we'll wrap up ourselves after we conclude here. But this, ladies and gentlemen, has been the conclusion of our Tai Luntan. I've been your host, Carson Tavener, with guests Jerry Xu and Swallow Yan. Thank you again, gentlemen, very much. And
thank you.
See you next time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.